Aye.
25th of August, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Rabbi, you froze for quite a bit. The animal will go up with him to Jerusalem, and then you froze.
Thank you. So the Tosus is this whole Tosus is about whether or not this matter of buying an animal with these Ma'aser Sheni coins in Bavel is a matter of dispute, says Tosus. And so he's coming to explain how it is that the Gemora is able to say over here that this is something that he's able to do. So at the bottom, this Tosus is the third Tosus from the bottom of the page. And so basically what we're saying over here is that Tosus is giving two answers. The first answer was that's true. It's a subject of dispute between Rebbe Meir and the Chachamim, but our Gemora must be going according to Rebbe Meir, who says that you could buy an animal and take it up to Yerushalayim with these Ma'aser Sheni coins here in Bava. The second answer is, Tos gives a second answer because that answer is not 100% satisfactory. We don't want to say that more goes according to the minority opinion. And according to the first answer, the Gemara is going according to the more minority opinion. So therefore, Tos says in the second answer, we'll have to say that even the Chachamim will agree to Rebbe Meir that in the event that it's Iyafshar be'inyan acher, it's not possible any other way for this person to be able to perform the mitzvah of Ma'aser Sheni other than to use these coins by buying an animal in Bavel. So then the Chachamim will agree that in that case he could even do that. He could even do that in this case. But okay, so those are the two answers. But what we wanted to know was, what's the whole big deal about, what's the problem in any case with buying an animal with Ma'aser Sheni coins? What's the problem with that? So that's what we wanted to know. And that's what Tosus tells us. He just brings very quickly, very tersely. Tosus says, this is in the one, this is third line from the bottom of this Tosus. Tosus says, fourth from the bottom, Taima de ein lokin behema b'mos Ma'aser Sheni pirish bekuntris bekedushin. Rashi explains the reason for this in the Gemora in Kedushin 55b, mishum kachasha. Oh, I didn't realize this is what Tos is saying over here. Okay, so let's take a look. I brought a Gemora in Kedushin. And let's take a look at this Gemora in Kedushin and see what this kachasha, what is this talking about?
We have hay, we have rod. We can mix them up. Yeah, so it's okay if Shani has to turn first? No, you want to turn first?
Kedushin what?
55b.
Thank you.
Do I get to be the youngest first? No. Not the youngest. Sadie says I'm not the youngest. So maybe I must not be right.
Okay, this seems to be a whole Gemora over here. Oh, 1 second. Maybe it's at the very, very bottom of the page. Ton Rabbanan, Ein Lokim Behema, the most Meiser Sheni. That's our halacha. This is on the very bottom of the Gemora in Kedushin, Nun Hey Amid Base 55b. Second to the last line, it says in a brisa that one may not purchase a behema with Meiser Sheni geld. And now the question that we want to know is, what's the reason for this? And Rashi says over here, Ein lokim behema b'mos ma'aser sheni, the last Rashi on this page. Chutz liyushalayim, you may not buy a behema with money of ma'aser sheni outside of Yerushalayim. Tiksiv v'tzarta kesef b'yodcha, v'od shema takchish, v'torach haderech. Oh, that's what the Rashi is saying, that the Tosfos is quoting over here, this word shema kachasha. The word kachasha that Tosfos is using in our Tosfos means that the animal will become weakened and perhaps infirm as a result of the arduous journey of having to go from Bavel to Yerushalayim. And because of that, that will because of that, it's not permitted. Because of that, it's not permitted. You have to bring the animal to Yerushalayim. And in regard to this matter, it says, "V'nasata ba'kesef, v'tzarta ha'kesef b'yodcha, v'halachta el ha'makom asher yivcha Hashem Elokecha bo," and that tells us that that's the point. Oh, you know what? That's the point. Very, very interesting. Really, Rashi is giving two answers over here. The first answer is that the Torah allows you to if it's too difficult for you to bring the peiros, right? The basic din is that the peiros of Ma'aser Sheni should be eaten in Yerushalayim. So if a person lives far away, and certainly somebody who's in Bavel is far away, so the peiros of Ma'aser Sheni is a long way for him to take all these peiros. Could be a big a truck full of peiros, and they didn't have trucks back then. So how's he going to do that? He converts the into money, and like that he takes the money up to Yerushalayim. So Rashi says, what do you see? You see that what you can take up to Yerushalayim is money. It doesn't say you can take an animal up to Yerushalayim. It doesn't say that if you have money and that you should convert it into food and take the food up to Yerushalayim. So there's no possibility of doing that, says Rashi. The pasuk is saying only if you have food and you want to convert it to money to make it more like that, then you could do that and take the money up to Yerushalayim like that, but not the other way around. That's the first answer that Rashi gives. The second answer Rashi gives is, Rashi says va'od, and another answer is that shema takchish b'torach haderech. Maybe the animal would become shvach and weak and infirm as a result of the arduous journey that he has to go from Bava.
Everything has got frozen.
Hmm.
97b. Tosus Dibra Maskil the Zobin. You take a look all the way at the bottom of this Tosus, two lines from the bottom, and Tosus says, "Ve'ein hatam bishvil kain." Says Tosus, the reason that Rashi has given because the animal will be weakened is not correct. So what is the correct reason? Tosus says, Ella kidamiforish basukah. Says Tosus, the reason is what is said in the Gemora in Sukkah. Now it's said over there, Tosus said, the Gemora in Sukkah says the Omar Hasam Machloikes Bezachorim. There is a Machloikes between, I guess, the Reb Meir and the Chachamim in regard to Zachorim. In order to buy a male animal with Meiser Sheni Geld. Avam ben Nekevos, Dibra Kol, Dibra Kol, B'shfutin Mischalelin, V'alchayin ein Mischalelin. But in regard to female animals, everyone agrees, both Rabbi Meir as well as the Chachamim, that Bidi Evid, if it's shechted, it will work, but that doesn't help you very much. How are you going to take so much meat up to Yerushalayim like that?
It is the
V'al chayin, on a live animal, ein mischalelin. There is no permission to do so. Doesn't sound like permission to do so, even according to Reb Meir. Not only is there no permission, it doesn't work. Ein mischaleli means it will not become deconsecrated. It will not work. So even Bidi Evid, it doesn't go. You can't. It doesn't work at all. And why is that? Says Tosus, Shema Yagadel Mehem Adorim Adorim. Because maybe otherwise you would you'd be able to raise from this female animal herds and herds. Now we wanted to know what was that all about. Maybe you can raise from them herds and herds, and because of that, we don't want you to deconsecrate your Meiser Sheni money onto a female animal. And then what are you going to do? You're going to take that animal up to Yerushalayim, and you're gonna shecht it and eat the meat. That's the whole idea. So that we don't want to do is in regard to a female animal, because we want because if you wouldn't have done that, so from this female animal can come so many herds of other animals. So you are depriving you're depriving the availability of the animals by doing this with the female animal. That's what it sounds like to me right now. Before I look in the Gemora in Sukkah.
And which daf is it?
Mem Amid Base 40b.
40.
Okay. Okay, so this what Tosfos says sounds like it's taken. The words are taken from the Gemora. Yes. It's the very bottom of the page here on Daf Mem Amid Base 40b. Shema Yagadel Mihen Adorim. Slow. Rather, with the female animal, instead of taking it up to Yerushalayim and shechting it and eating the meat over there, rather he should leave this animal, this female animal, by him, legadeo vlados, and like that he will be able to give birth, the animal to vlados, to little animals, a nimsa, a masha, masrosov. But Torah Omra, Shana Shana v'achalta. Imsha rishoina ushniya chayav b'shlishis. L'ba'er kol masrosov. V'sov Shana shlishis. Mina bayis. Uli hisvadois. So, oh. Oh, I see. 1 second over here. The way Rashi is explaining the Gemora over here, you know what Rashi is saying? I believe that what Rashi is saying is as follows. The Gemora says, "Ein mischalelin," because of a gezerah. This is not a din deraisa over here. This is a gezerah, derabonan. Not to not to have the consecration onto female animals. Shema yigadel mihen adorim. Doesn't mean like I originally thought that it means. It means that like Rashi says that it means. Rashi says that if this consecration is going to be done on this female animal, you know what's going to happen? Says the Gemara, and Rashi explains, Shem Yagadel mehen adorim. Maybe he's going to grow from them herds and herds. What's that mean? Says Rashi that it means that this guy who has converted his Meiser Sheni coins onto this female animal, what's he going to do over here now that he's got this female animal that is now has Kedushas Meiser Sheni? It's got to be brought up to Yerushalayim. What's he going to do? Says Rashi, he's going to think about what he's just got thrown doing over here, and he's going to say, 1 second over here, if I'm going to bring this female animal up to Yerushalayim right now and eat it and have it shechted and eat it, what's going to be? Look at all the little animals that I'm losing. If I'm going to do that, I'm losing out over here. I can't do that. And so therefore, what's he going to do? Says Rashi, Yisham etzlo. He's going to delay up of Yerushalayim with this female animal. Look, for what purpose? Legado vlados. So this animal will get pregnant and give birth to other animals. And like that, he's going to get more animals. And so what's the problem with that? The problem with that, says Rashi, Nimsa Masha Masroisov. He's delaying in the proper performance of the mitzvah of his meiser, namely the meiser sheni. HaTorah Omra, Shana Shana v'achalta. This is something that you have to do on a yearly basis. V'imsha rishona ushniya chayav b'shlishis leba'er kol masroisav. If he's going to delay the first year and the second year, then he's going to into a halachic problem of not properly observing the mitzvah of Ma'aser Sheni because he has rachmanis on his gelt. He wants more production from this female animal, and as a result, the mitzvah of Ma'aser Sheni is going to take a back seat. That's why it's Gezerah D'Rabbanan. Don't even do it. It doesn't. It sounds like they said that they took away the ability for it to be done. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. Midrabanan onto a female animal. Okay, so that's a little bit about Ma'aser Sheni, and now we go on to the next order of business here in the Gemora. And what do we have next in the Gemora? So in other words, that was all a Tosfos that was exploring the answer that the Gemora said that, oh yes, we have an eitzah for him according to this brisa. The brisa is saying that he should just sell, rather to deconsecrate his coins onto a behemoth and bring up the behemoth. So Tosfos basically is saying that that's not so posh. Okay. Okay, so now we go further. We are now up to the Gemara that says Vahasanya, and these words Vahasanya, they could be. This word Vahasanya can be found a little bit below the middle of the page. The first word in the line is Liyushalayim, and it says Vahasanya.
Left-hand column.
97B3.
Left column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines down.
Okay, so we go to Roy to do the reading of the Gemara.
So Sanya, but we learned in a Baraisa, Hiskinu, Sheyahu, Hamaos, Yatzios, Berushalayim, Mipnei, Kach. We learned in the Baraisa, they enacted that all coins pass as currency in Jerusalem because of it. Why then can one not deconcentrate Babylonian money that is in Eretz Israel? The Gemara answers, Omar Rabbi Zera, Lo Kashya, it is not difficult. Kain Bizaman Shayed Yisrael Takipa Al Umos Alam. Here, in this parasha, which states that all coins pass as currency in Jerusalem, the Tana refers to a time when the hand of Israel is dominant over the nations of the world. Kan Bizaman Shayad Amos Ha'olam Hakipo Al Atzmon. Whereas here and the other brisa, which states that one cannot deconsecrate Ma'aser Sheni on Babylonian coins that are in Eretz Israel, the Tana refers to a time when the hand of the nations of the world is dominant over themselves.
Okay. Let's just try to work out exactly what this means over here. We have any Rashi to help us? I'm looking for. We do have a Rashi over here, Vasanya. It's Skino. It's the Rashi at the end of the second wide line on the page.
Vasanya. We learned continue that we made a takana on this, an enactment. Umay Tani La'el, and why was it taught above the low al shel Babel and not on Bavel, the Hain Khan, and they're here.
Yamai Tani La'el Lo Al Shel Bavel Behain Khan. Oh, so what is Rashi that I didn't catch from the Gemora itself? Rashi is telling us that what the Gemara brought this brisa over here, this brisa that says that the Hiskinu, they made a takana, they enacted Shiyu Amos Yotzos B'Yushalayim Mipnei Kach. On account of this, specifically this problem of the Malachim being makpid with foreign currency, they enacted that in Yerushalayim, all currency, whether it comes from Yerushalayim, whether it comes from some other place, it should be accepted. It should be capable of circulating, I guess. And Rashi says that the Gemora's intention over here in bringing this brisa is not in regard to the case that we just got through talking about, when somebody has coins of Babylon and he's in Babylon and he's going to have to take them up to Yerushalayim, and that's going to be a problem because the kings are makpid. But Rashi says that the question is on a different case of the brisa. Rashi says, "V'amai tani la'el." Why then, based upon this brisa with this enactment, so why then did we learn previously in the brisa in regard to the case of v'lo al shel Bavel v'hein kan? This also will not be a valid consecration. In which case is this? Where al shel Bavel, the coins are Babylonian coins, v'hein kan, and they are here in Yerushalayim. So a Jew is in Yerushalayim, and he's got Babylonian coins. And the brisa, our brisa, says that the din is that it's not a good deconsecration. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And we thought that pashut, right? The reason it doesn't work is because we said that the brisa is talking about where the kings are particular about foreign currency in their place. And so if so, then the king of Yerushalayim is going to be particular about having coins of Bavel, and so they're going to be confiscated. And so that's not proper. That's not proper proper currency over here. So the deconsecration should not work. But now, and that's what the brisa said. But now the Gemora is saying that we've got another brisa that says that in fact in Yerushalayim they made an enactment that to accept all foreign currencies. So if so then it shouldn't be a problem. Why is our brisa say? That's what Rashi's saying. Amai tani la'el. Why did we say above lo al shel Bavel v'hein kan? The consecration will not work on coins of Bavel, and the coins and the balabayas are here, meaning here in Yerushalayim. According to this brisa that the Gemora brought just now, they made a takana that all foreign currency is okay in Yerushalayim. Here, we're talking about a scenario that where the Gemora says Khan, we are referring to which brisa? We're referring to the brisa that we just got through bringing, that says that all currency is valid in Yerushalayim, and the melech should not be makpid on any currency in Yerushalayim, foreign currency. That's talking about a case bisman sheyad Yisrael tekifa al umas ha'olam. That's when the hand of the Jewish nation is strong upon the other nations of the world. And what does that have to do with anything? What's it have to do with anything exactly? So I guess the reasoning is as follows, that in that event, so there will be a lot of currency from, there'll be a lot of people from all different parts of the world that will go up to Yerushalayim. They want to go to the Dead Sea. They want to go to Sfat. They want to go to the coastal. They want to go here. They want to go there. So there's going to be a lot of traffic in Yerushalayim, and therefore, on account of that, they'll have to have a takana like this, because how are these people how are they gonna get there? If you tell them that, oh, your currency is no good, get out of here, they're not gonna come. So in that case, that's the case that the brisa is talking about, that they made an enactment to allow all the influx of people from all over the world will be able to use those foreign currencies. Now, I suppose we're not talking about that we're making it takana for the sake of the Chinese to be able to visit the coastal over here, and so they have their Chinese money over here that they could freely use and trade with and exchange. What we're talking about, I would assume, is Jews that come from all over the world and are coming up, and they're coming with what currency are they coming? They're coming with the currency of the country that they come from, and if you're not going to allow them to use that currency, they're not going to be able to come. That's my understanding, and it could be that that's exclusively on account of the mitzvah of Ma'aser Sheni and being able to come up to Yerushalayim, that a Jew should be able to come up to Yerushalayim. Okay, whereas the other brisa that says, oh, he's got coins from a foreign king and he's in Yerushalayim, oh, that consecration is not going to work. That's talking about a situation, says Reb Zera, where Yad Umas Ha'olam Takifu Al Atzmon. Now, interesting, if you look at the words literally, it means, the literal meaning of the words is that the hand of the nations of the world is strong upon themselves. Now, if you think about it for a second, that's not what the Gemora means over here. The literal translation of the words is not really what the Gemora means. So why is it the Gemora, right? Because al atzmon means on themselves. Really, what the Gemora means is that the hand of the nations of the world is strong upon the Jewish nation. That's what it means. Now, why didn't it write that? We don't want to give it any more impact than it already has. That's what I would assume. the Gemara doesn't use that expression, because that's not a good that's not necessarily a good situation for the Jewish people to be in. Although that's the way the situation is, but in any case, that's the story with the words. Now, in that event, that the nations of the world are strong, so then we don't have people coming up to Yerushalayim. And therefore there wouldn't be the need for that takana. And so perhaps that takana would become batal in that event. And then they would go back to the norm and give the discretion to Yerushalayim, to the authorities in Yerushalayim to decide for themselves whether they want to be makpid about foreign currency in their country or not. And so therefore that's why the din would be that you would not be able to make a proper deconsecration of coins in Yerushalayim with coins that was from a foreign country like Bava. Okay. Very interesting. That's the way I explained it. But I see over here in the notes that this is actually a machlokes in the Rishonim how to explain this Gemora. According to the Yad Ramah, brought in the Shita Mekubetzis, he says exactly the opposite. He said, we'll just end with this. We just got 2 more minutes. He says like this, interestingly, Bisman sheyad ha'akum takifa, at the time when the nations are, their power is strong, yesh torach v'sakana la'alos esaperos atzmam ulechein hayut tzrichim l'takana. He says, dafka at a time when the nations were strong, that's when it would be not only inconvenient, but even a sakana to transport the peros of Ma'aser Sheni long distances to get up to Yerushalayim, to eat them in Yerushalayim and fulfill mitzvahs Ma'aser Sheni. And so therefore, in that case, they would have a need for the takana that even foreign currency would you could deconsecrate the peros even with foreign currency. But in the event that the Jewish people's power is strong, the Jewish nation is takif, so then then there would for the Jewish people to bring their fruits up to Yerushalayim from the places that they were. And because the Jewish nation is their hand is powerful over the Umas Olam. The Umas Olam are not going to start up, and therefore, in that case, they could bring the peros. Let them bring the peros. Why not? So there's no need for the takana to allow the deconsecration of onto foreign coins in Eretz Yisrael. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. See you tomorrow.
Okay, I will. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Oh, well, we'll see you tomorrow anyway.
Okay, Shabbat Shalom.
On Shabbos.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
see you tomorrow at 10:30, Rabbi.
Bezrat Hashem.